I met my husband in 2011, and from the very beginning, it felt like a dream. He was loving, attentive, and everything about us just clicked. We were deeply in love, and life felt full of promise. As our relationship grew serious, he took the bold step of saying, "Let's meet each other's families." I went to his family's home, and they welcomed me with open arms. I did the same and introduced him to my own people. Just like that, both families embraced us warmly. Everything was beautiful. He would call me every day, spoil me with surprise gifts, and made me feel like the most cherished woman in the world. Then, in 2015, I found out I was pregnant. The families moved quickly, and we had our traditional wedding. Just like that, I became his wife. At that time, I was doing well in my own business, and together as a team, we pooled our resources and built our own home. It was not a mansion, but it was ours. A comfortable and beautiful bungalow that we were both proud of. Life was good, love was good, or so I thought. Then I gave birth, and something shifted. The calls became less frequent, the surprises stopped, the warmth cooled. I noticed it, but I tried to tell myself it was nothing. He traveled a lot for business, so when I finally asked him what was wrong, he told me it was just the nature of his job. I believed him, I trusted him. Around that same time, he asked me to stop working and focus on being a full time housewife. Once again, I said okay, because that is what you do when you love someone. You trust them, you sacrifice. Then I found out that my husband was cheating on me. I confronted him, he begged for forgiveness and swore it would never happen again. Then he came up with a so called solution. He suggested that we move out of our bungalow, saying that a fresh environment would help us heal and put the painful memories behind us. I agreed because I loved him and I wanted to save my marriage. Whenever I asked him about the new place, he would calmly say, "I am working on it." I kept waiting and trusting. What I did not know was that he had already found a place. He had already moved another woman in. He had paid her bride price, married her in a court wedding, and quietly built a whole second life while I sat at home waiting and trusting him. When I found out, my world fell apart. I wept. I cried until I had no more tears. I confronted him, and it led to a full family meeting. When I arrived at that meeting, the other woman was already seated right beside my husband. His family then stood up and introduced her to me as my co wife. They had all known from the very beginning. Every single one of them knew what was going on, and not one person cared enough to warn me. I sat there in silence. I am a quiet person. I do not like trouble, and I am a Christian, so I kept myself calm and held it all together until I got home. I will continue my story in part 2.